Welcome back. It's part 5 of our masterclass in talking to friends and strangers about voting. And you know what? I can tell you're a little stressed. You guys are sold on the idea in principle of talking to voters, but something about it makes you a little uptight. And it's not just the pandemic, right? Let's just do a quick thought experiment. Imagine it's dusk and you're dragging the garbage can down to the curb. There's your neighbor, socially distanced 6 feet away. And you think to yourself, oh, I should talk to them about voting. Okay, let's do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Do you feel the stress surging through you, right? The tension, the resistance? Of course you do. It's counter to most people's programming to talk politics. It feels wrong. In fact, if it doesn't feel awkward, either you're clueless or you live in Berkeley. I lived there for 5 years. Loved it. 10th and Hearst. Is Cabana still open? I hope Cabana is open. You should go to Cabana. Point being, we absorb very early on that talking about religion, money, and politics are things good, polite people don't do. Those topics create divisions, we're told, we're led to believe. And we don't want to cause divisions with our neighbors, with our friends, especially not our neighbors. We're stuck with them. Now, maybe another time we can get into why this is in our culture. Suffice to say, what benefits from our reticence is the status quo. Because you know who loves talking politics? Corporations. They do it through paid lobbyists behind closed doors. And they know that whoever talks politics usually wins. So they do it a lot. Meanwhile, smirking at our primness. But okay, what are we supposed to do? Just flip a switch in our brain and then suddenly we're not going to feel embarrassed about bringing up a taboo subject in front of strangers? Also, is the word taboo taboo? And also, speaking of taboo, what about the Brady Bunch Hawaiian episodes? Do they still hold up? The answer is yes. Yes, they do. Now let's just say you could flip a switch and somehow you were suddenly comfortable talking about voting. You don't want to be a nag. You don't want to be holier than thou. Is there a way to talk about voting with people that doesn't sound forced or preachy? The answer is yes. It's easy. You don't. So, there you are down at the curb with your garbage can. There's your neighbor 6 feet away. And they say, how was your weekend? And you say, good. I ordered my absentee ballot. It's easy. Took 2 minutes off vote.org. Amazing. Or, good. I was supposed to check if I was registered to vote. And I was like, this is going to be a mess. But actually, vote.org, it took like 30 seconds. Cross that off my list. So how's your new Pomeranian? See what I did there? Did you notice the nonchalance, the aplomb? Listen, if I can act chill, you can act chill. Because I am constitutionally unchill. I was once edited out of a political campaign commercial for silently listening with excessive enthusiasm. It's a true story. What you will realize is that people are constantly giving you opportunities to talk about your own voting behavior. You're at the grocery store and the cashier says, did you find everything all right? And you say, well, I didn't find true love, but I did find out that I was registered to vote on vote.org. I promise you, the cashier will remember that and tell other people. Or let's say you're at a meeting where they start off with an icebreaker. What's everyone doing this weekend? Talk about your voting plans. That's better than describing your actual plans to total randos. This works because culture changes when people copy behaviors they like. So you don't have to preach. And sure, what I'm talking about are some tiny gestures, but that just means you can do them often and easily in different places. Think of these as seeds. You want to spread your seed widely. Be like a dandelion or an actual lion. Still a little shaky, still unsure about actually talking to voters? Well, subscribe now, and in the next class, I will tell you how not talking to voters is actually one of the best things that you can do.